Welcome back to Tim Johnston with the Better Business Bureau, who comes by to keep us all safe from scams. And there's a big seminar coming up that you're going to tell us about that has to do with the Federal Trade Commission.
Right. So the first full week of March, so the 5th through the 11th, is National Consumer Protection Week. And on Tuesday, March 7th, we'll be hosting a seminar at 10 a.m. It'll be at the Reno Sparks Chamber of Commerce office. And so we'll have individuals from the Federal Trade Commission, the regional director from the San Francisco office. We'll have 2 deputy attorney generals from the Attorney General's office with the Bureau of Consumer Protection. We'll also have an investigator from Nevada Consumer Affairs. And really the purpose for National Consumer Protection Week is to get information out, to allow government agencies, consumer protection groups, and organizations like BBB to come together and relay information to help protect consumers, not only from consumer protection issues, but also how to be aware of scams, to avoid scams, and also how to report them.
Now, it's not necessarily for people to come in with their particular scam, because those are just reported in, right? This is a bigger view of it, right?
Right. So each of the agencies will have about 10 to 12 minutes to talk about what's important to them, latest information. So like for the Better Business Bureau, that week we'll be releasing our most riskiest scams for 2022. And I know the Federal Trade Commission will have updated information from their Consumer Sentinel Network data book. So it'll be a time to relay information, but we'll also have a time for Q&A after. And each of them will be staying around afterwards, so if you did have a particular question, you could talk to them.
Well, we will be getting back to you on the riskiest scams once they are announced. But I have to put on my glasses to see this. But it was, you said the Federal Trade Commission, they got more than 5.7 million reports of fraud?
In 2021. So they have this vast database of consumer complaints, and 5.7 million came in 2021. And so from that, about $5.8 billion was lost to fraud. So it's really important that individuals know that we're all the potential victims of scams. And so it's important that we're aware and know how to avoid scams and also how to report them if you do happen to be a victim.
And then who do you want to come to this? Anybody can go? You don't have to be a business owner or
Correct.
No?
So it's at the Reno Sparks Chamber of Commerce. You don't have to be a business owner, but if you are, we encourage you to come as well, because we're all consumers, and we'll also have information for small businesses as well. But really, all of us are consumers, and so I encourage you, whether young or old, we know that all ages are potential victims of scams, and so it's good to come and to learn.
So let's see if anybody here in the studio audience has any kind of questions for Tim. Oh, Uncle Gary does.
On television, they're talking about title theft. What can a person do to protect himself from that problem?
So it does happen as far as home title theft. Now, you don't have to pay somebody to file the forms that you need to do. It's something you can do on your own behalf by reaching out to your local county, like the Washoe County Assessor, to file the form to secure it in your name and prevent it from being moved to somebody else's name.
Do you know what happens to a person who's caught scamming?
The short answer is yes. People do get caught. Is it as often as we'd like to see? Probably not. But really, this is where reporting comes into play, because law enforcement won't know what's going on if we don't let them know what we're seeing and what we're hearing and what impact it's having on our lives. So I'd encourage you, whether you've lost money or not, to reach out and report it. A simple way to do that is BBB Scam Tracker at bbb.org/scam tracker.
And then one more time, the details. It's on the 7th?
So Tuesday, March 7th. 10 a.m. It's free and open to the public, and it'll be at the Reno Sparks Chamber of Commerce, and that's behind the Reno Town Mall.
Thank you so much for keeping us safe. Tim Johnston with the Better Business Bureau.